if you remember very well, this was our plain WordPress page or a blank WordPress page. And this is where we'll be doing the whole of our designs for the sake of this class. I have a template here that I want us to replicate. It's actually the template for a motivational speaker portfolio website. And that is what we're going to be working on today. Let me see how far we can go with the little time that we have. And I want you to follow through as much as you can. If you feel my speed is fast for you, you can pause at intervals to do what I'm doing. I don't want you to just listen. I want you to practice along with me so that at the end of the whole speaking or at the end of the whole class, I want you to see that you've done something too. This is not a class to watch, it's a class to practice. So I want you to do whatever you see me do. I know this is going to be a faster thing for me, but just take it at your own pace too. Rome is not built in a day, so you get it too as time goes on. All right, this is our plain page for today, and this is the hero section of this particular website. Let me call it website. It's a template, but let me call it website. So this is the hero section of this particular website. Hero section of the website is the first section you see when you go to the homepage of the website. And that's more like the introductory section of that particular website. That is more like the introductory section. It's what tells you about the website you are visiting. And there are a lot of things that used to happen on hero sections, but for the sake of this class, this is a simple hero section, and we're going to replicate it. And that's, if you look at this hero section, we have the background image. It has a background overlay. It has a subtitle or subheading. It has a heading or a title. It has a call to action or a button, whatever you call it. And it has this other text here. Then the next one is the sub-hero. If you look at this is just text, more like the subheading, the heading. Then we have a divider here. You can call it a divider or a shape divider. And we have another text here. So okay. So we have our page now, our plain page. You can come here to add a new container. Once you click on add a new container, you add a flex box. Then you come to this place, you pick a single column container, and we have a container here already. So you can start by adding your background. You can start anywhere. Actually, you can start anywhere. The only thing is that you must still arrive at the same thing. So let me start by adding the background. You go to layout, then style. It will bring you to this place. Then you click on the background, the classic background button. Once you click on it, it will expand to this place, and then you can select an image. You choose an image. If you don't have images here already, you can see that I've uploaded some images. You click on upload files, and it will take you to your file manager where you can pick images and upload. So I'm going to use this image from my media library. I believe you know what a media library is if you've always been a part of this class. So I have the background already. Then what I'm going to do is to go to this layout and increase the height, the minimum height, to something like this. Let me see if I can set my background a little. My background image resolution, full, position, center, okay. Attachment, let me scroll. I can decide to fix it. You can see this is scroll and this is fixed. If I fix it, the background will be fixed, and it means the page will be moving while the background is static. But let me make it to scroll so that it scrolls to the page. Then another thing is that this background has an overlay. Let me see if I can put an overlay on this, background overlay. I'll pick a color, classic, then color. Let me see the colors that I have here. Okay. No, I don't want this color. Let me try this blue. I'll just do with this. I'll do with this. Okay, that's that. Then the next thing is to add element. You come to the top left corner here, click on add element, then you add heading. If you have that, you're going to centralize it. You click on style, you click on center, then you go to the typography. That particular font used, I think it's Roboto condensed. Then you transform to uppercase. After transforming to uppercase, you can increase your font size. I'll stop at, let me stop at 80. Let me see if I'm close. Not close yet. Let me increase. Then reduce this. I'll reduce the weight of the text. I think this should be close to what we have here. I think this should be close. So I'm going to let me try this. No, it's Roboto condensed actually. I'm not sure what the text is, but I'm going to use this. If it's not the one, then it's close. So transform your life. You can see the text. I'm going to, okay, also the font is white, not blue. So I'm going to change the font color to white and then go to content, edit your text here, says transform. Transform your life. And then if you look up here, you see from education and work to spirituality to citizenry, decades of experience. I don't think I want to type that in. I'm going to copy that. Then I will go to my notepad and paste it there. And the reason I'm pasting that is because if I should paste directly to my website editor, it may be giving me editing issues because there's a possibility of that text I copied to emulate some features, bringing them to where I'm designing, and I don't want that. So I had to paste to Notepad so it can filter the text before I can paste to this place. And then I'm going to just add another heading. Let me add another text heading and paste the text there. So after pasting the text, I'll go to style, centralize, then typography, Roboto condensed, or Roboto, whatever you want to call it. But let me call it Roboto. That's what the Yoruba person will call it. The font size, let me see if I'm close. Okay. Let me use 20 or 20. So this is font size 20. The weight, let me see if I'm close to what is being used. Then I'm going to transform to uppercase. Okay, I think I'm close now. Then the next thing is that there's a space between this text and this button, which means that I'm going to add another element, which is the spacer. So you can search here, you can search widgets. If you've been following this class, you will know what a widget is. And I don't think I want to explain that at this point. So the next thing is the button. and you go back to the add element again. You look for button, and then insert your button under the spacer. After inserting your button, you centralize your button, you go to style, then center. After doing that, what's the text on the button? It says start here now. You go to content and then change the text of the button. Say start. Yeah. Now. That's here now. And then we're going to change the typography again. So the one we've been using will transform to uppercase. We can change the weight to something like this. Let me see. Okay. So 400. Then you will see that the button here has rounded ends or edges. Our own is not that round. And then you see that this button is more puffed up than what we have here. So we are going to increase our padding on the button. Let's increase our padding. We can use for top. We can use 15 for the top, 15 for the bottom. Then we can use 20 for left and right. I don't think that's enough. So we can adjust to 20. Then left and right, we can make that 30, 30, 30. Then another thing we want to do is to increase our border radius. We can increase our border radius to have our round edges. Let me see. I think we have something close now. We have something close. And then another thing we can do at this point is to change our button background color. Button background color is this. Okay, I think we are making progress. I'm making progress. Then the next thing we have to do now is to find a way to justify this page to make sure that it's aligned, just like what we have here. Okay, we have another text under this place that says top awarded speaker, and we're going to add that too. Let's see, add elements. Centralize. Go to content, says top. Awarded speaker. Then let's play around the font. Says Roboto condensed. The size can be 10, but let's use 13. And then we can transform to uppercase. I think 13 is big. 12. Then we can increase our letter spacing. Letter spacing. I think this is nice. Then we'll change our color. So something close to white. Then if you look at what we have here, this is blue color, but we were having something like white on our preview page. Okay, but this font is smaller than what I have here, which means I can still reduce this font to something like this. Let me see. Okay, I think I'm close. So I just use it like that. Now we have to make sure that this page is having a space, like this one is having it at the top, and it's having a little space at the bottom, which means that we can come to our container editor, edit container, click on this place, and you come to the layout. If you look at this place, it says justify content. So we can say our content should be at the end of the page, which means there will be space at the top and we have less space at the bottom. Okay. So we have our space at the top and less space at the bottom. Another thing we can do is to go to our advanced, then we can increase our padding on the page. So if we increase this, we can set this to something around 30. After setting that to 30, you see that we have a reasonable space here, and we have space at the top of the page. But we have more space here than here, which means that we can also increase our page height. Okay, I think we have something close now. So the next thing we want to do is to design the next section of this website. Designing the next section, you can still go to this, add new container, add this, select this, the single column container, and then you come to add elements. We have the text heading or subheading rather, the subheading. Then you can change it to black because we have black text there, and then centralize. After centralizing that, you can change the font to Roboto condensed. Okay, before we edit these, let's transform to uppercase and duplicate, because we have the subheading and we have the heading. So let's just duplicate before we edit one. Duplicate. So let me work on the subheading first. Typography, the size is around, okay, something around that, but okay, I think we are close. We are close to that. But if the letter spacing is more than that, okay. So the letter spacing has increased. It says life-changing experiences. So let me go to my text editor, content, and then edit this life-changing. Life-changing experiences. And this one says, bring John into your school or business. So you come in, bring John into your school or business. The font is bigger than this. So definitely you go to style and increase your font. Let me decrease the weight of the text to this. Let me see. No, it's bigger. Let me use 500. And if you look at this, you will see that this text is just one line, and this is containing is what's it called? Is taking 2 lines. And for you to be able to do that, you can just come to this particular place at the edit container part of the website. You edit container, and then you reduce your container width. Once you reduce your container width, you can see that we have our text in a justifiable confine. So that's it. That's how to achieve that. There are other ways to achieve that. There's a short code for achieving that, but I don't want us to go into anything coding right now. But we've changed our page width, or our column width rather, our section width, our container width, whatever you want to call it. They are all still referring to the same thing. The next thing we want to do now is to, this is a divider. We're going to be adding a divider. You come to add element. This is a divider. If you don't see it, you can type it in, you find it. And then you reduce the width of the divider. After reducing that, you centralize the divider by clicking on this center. Once you click on this center, it's going to centralize your divider. The next thing is to change the color. You go to style and you change the color of your divider to what we have on that page. Then the next thing we are going to do now is to add our text element. You go to add element and add your text editor. Once you add your text editor, you will see that that text editor is not overdoing. It's still in that, it's still within that width that you set for your container. So you come here and you centralize. You go to style, you click on center to centralize your text. Now, if you look at this place, I've copied this text. I'm going to copy from my notepad and paste on that page. So let me go to my notepad, copy the text, and paste. So go to content, edit this, and paste your text. All right. I think at this point, I will be drawing the curtain for tonight. I know it's going to take a longer time to do this. So, oh, sorry, let me just make a little more adjustment to this. Let me make a little more adjustment to this so that we can have something clean. You come back to the layout, you click on this place, come to layout, the minimum height, you increase the height of the page, and you click on center here. Once you click on center, it will centralize your text and make it clean. Let me see if we have something close to that here. Okay, this has a wider gap. So let's increase our gap to, okay. So we have something close to that already. And this is where we'll be continuing our class by tomorrow. All right, I want you to practice this and drop your comments in the comment section. Also, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe and like the post. So if you have any question, drop in the chat box or in the comment section. If you have any contribution, you can as well drop in the comment section. I will attend to all of your questions as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I will see you again tomorrow or in the next class. Thank you, and have a great day.